Good afternoon, and welcome to this pivotal gathering. As the Mayor of North Bend, it's my honor to emphasize the significance of the Pacific Coast Intermodal Port Project, not just for our region, but for the entire state of Oregon and beyond. This project stands as a beacon of progress, poised to revitalize our local economy by creating thousands of jobs and stimulating industrial development. Its impact extends far beyond our local community, positioning Oregon as a critical player in both the national and international supply chain. By enhancing the Port of Coos Bay, we're not just upgrading a port, we're opening a gateway for global commerce, easing supply chain congestion and fostering economic growth at a scale that we have never seen before. This intermodal facility represents a forward-thinking approach to transportation and logistics, crucial for keeping pace with the evolving demand of global trade. The expansion of this port is a testament to our commitment to the sustainable economic development. It's about creating a future where our region thrives as a hub of international trade and commerce, benefiting not only Oregon, but also making a significant contribution to the global supply chain. At this time, I'm honored to introduce a steadfast ally and advocate for the South Coast, Senator Wyden. Our community has always found a reliable champion in him. He's tirelessly striving to enhance our region's quality of life and work. Senator Wyden has been a formidable advocate for the Port of Coos Bay and for our local cities. His dedication to this project is transforming our local landscape and creating sustainable, well-paying jobs for the people of North Bend, Coos County, and beyond. As chair of the Senate Finance Committee, Senator Wyden deeply understands this project's national significance. He recognizes its potential to fortify our nation's supply chain and establish the port as a vital element in this larger network. As Oregon's senior senator, he has been vigorously making our case at the highest levels, engaging with President Biden and key White House figures. We are incredibly grateful to Senator Wyden for orchestrating today's visit from White House Infrastructure Advisor Mitch Landrieu. His presence here underscores the national importance of the Pacific Coast Intermodal Project and its potential to bolster our country's economy. I've always known that when I reach out to Senator Wyden, he is there with a response, a testament to his commitment and accessibility. And today, I extend another call on him. Senator Wyden, I am calling you now to the lectern to share a few words about this transformative project.
Anything else, on behalf of the Congresswoman and myself, I'd just like to ask everybody to look from this end of the room to this end of the room, because you see the face of what makes Oregon so special. You see labor folks, you see business folks, you see community leaders. These are the people who are going to make sure, and the Congresswoman and Senator Merkley and I are committing this. We are going to stay at this project until it gets over the finish line, period, full stop. And we spent the last couple of hours showing the president's top person on infrastructure why the Port of Coos Bay is a winner for more jobs, for environmental protection, and it's an inflation buster. And the reality, folks, is that it benefits this community tremendously. But if you're a consumer who lives, say, in the Rockies, all the way into the Midwest and Chicago, it's going to be good for you too, because it's going to help reduce shipping costs. We had an economist who came in and made a much more eloquent case than I could possibly make. The West Coast, folks, is out of shipping capacity. It doesn't exist. And so when Congresswoman Hoyle gets up on the floor of the United States Congress and has brought together Republicans, get this, she's been in Congress about 20 minutes and she's already got senior Republicans lining up with all these folks for a brighter future for the South Coast. And I'm going to close with only two other points. Mitch Landrieu did not come here by osmosis, folks. The Congresswoman told me we got to get him on the phone. Congressman DeFazio has been calling him, asking him to come for ages. But within about 20 minutes of the time we got our call in, he said, I'm on my way. I'm coming to Coos Bay. And I'm going to close with just a comment about the President. The President knows how strongly the Congresswoman and I and Senator Merkley feel about this project. And the other day, a couple weeks ago, there was a White House bill signing on a piece of legislation I had, very important bill to protect folks with organ transplants and the like. And usually they said the senior senator is going to be up front. And I said, nah, I'm going to go at the end. I'm going to be able to say what's really on my mind. And I waited, and all the other speakers, and I said, Mr. President, there are 5 words, just 5 words that I believe embody your entire investment agenda. And those words, those 5 words are the Port of Coos Bay. By the time I got done with the 5 words, the President was mouthing them as well. So I think we're off to a good start. And here's the point. We know we got a lot of work to do. This is a project that isn't going to get done in the next 15 minutes. But it is, as I said, going to get done. Make no mistake about it. Now give a big shout out to Congresswoman Val Hoyle, who's doing so much to bring that day. Can't hear you! Bring that day back.
So thank you. And when you've got, the senior senator, we have Jeff Merkley, who is very, very committed to making sure this happens. And Coos Bay can be the solution to our supply chain congestion. This will reduce supply chain congestion by 10% on the West Coast. And what we know is in Prince Rupert Sound, which is north in Canada, that 70% of the containers there are coming to the Midwest. We could be shipping those containers here with a port powered by green energy. This is a public-private partnership, and those containers will be shipped directly to rail, so we will take diesel trucks off the road. This is good for jobs, this is good for the economy, this is good for the environment, and if you look behind us, we do have representatives from business, we have representatives from labor, we have representatives from our tribal nations. We have Democrats and Republicans in Congress. We have letters supporting. We have the Republican chair of the Transportation and Infrastructure Committee, all the way through. And again, bipartisan, people know we have to invest in our infrastructure. We have not built a new port in the United States since the 1960s. So we have your representatives and senators here from the South Coast. We also have the state treasurer. We have the Ways and Means co-chairs. We have people here, and again, in a bipartisan way, who are committed. They put up $50 million of state money as a match to help us get this mega grant, which is a grant for projects like this to dredge the channel. And then we have North Point, which is the company that will build that port. So again, a public-private partnership with a commitment for billions of dollars. But most importantly, We can be that solution, but we will bring jobs back to the South Coast so that the South Coast can have a thriving economy with middle-class jobs, union apprenticeship programs, and we can make sure that our kids, when they graduate from high school, can stay in this community to live and prosper, and we are committed to getting this done. And it's what I talk about. If people come to my office, and I mean, anyone who has been to my office can tell you, I don't care what they're there to talk to me about. I talk to them about the Port of Coos Bay. I think I've said, if someone comes in to talk to me about paper clips, I say, do you know how many paper clips you could ship out of the Port of Coos Bay? So thank you. I love this community, and this will be so exciting, and we won't stop working until we get it done.
Thank you, Representative Hoyle. It's now my pleasure to introduce John Burns, the Executive Director of the Oregon International Port of Coos Bay. John is a distinguished executive director, leader known for his remarkable blend of skills in entrepreneurial leadership, financial management, employee relations, and business operations. His expertise has consistently proven to be a significant asset in enhancing company performance and profitability. John?
On behalf of the Port of Coos Bay, our commission, and our employees, I want to say thank you to everyone who's here today. I also want to say thank you to Chad Meyer and the folks from North Point Development, who, without them coming with a great idea, we wouldn't be here today to talk about this. Brenda Mead said earlier today about everyone pulling on the canoe and the paddles in the same direction. That's what's beautiful about this group here today, because we all have the same objective. We all want to get to the same place. Sometimes we may not agree on the path, but we will figure out a way to make sure that we've got that capability to do it. What we're looking to do is build a port for the future. We're not looking at incremental changes of ports of the past. And we have an opportunity to create a port here that will be environmentally top of the game. We will be able to get containers from the West Coast to the central part of the country in an economic and an efficient way, but it will also protect the environment as well. There's a lot of stuff that is at stake with this particular project, not just here in Coos Bay, where we all think it's important, but when I look here again, you can look through the whole line of the state to see the value and the benefit that this port will bring to Oregon and to the United States. And with that, I want to thank everyone for their efforts and their coming here today to support this. Thank you.
Thank you, everybody, for attending today, and we appreciate all of your support. Have a good evening.
Thank you.